What is up, everyone? Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we're back doing our AI-only championship series here in Civilization 6, and we're doing the actual finals this time. Well, anyways, if you missed the previous couple episodes, we were doing the finals, but we had Apocalypse mode turned on, and quickly realized Apocalypse mode plus only 4 deity-level civs is just not a good, well, I mean, it's entertaining, but not necessarily the best way for us to figure out exactly who is the best civ in the game. So we're just gonna go ahead and say those existed in like an alternate reality, and now today we're officially starting the finals. So everything is basically the same. We're gonna be doing Pangaea again on a tiny map, and I thought a lot about actually like changing the Apocalypse mode settings. Like, I don't know how easy it would be. I kind of forgot how easy it is, because I remember I actually did at one point mod the game so that Apocalypse mode started on turn 1. I don't know how easy it would be for me to like make it a little slower, so maybe it doesn't appear on turn like 115 like it did in this last game. But what I knew I could have done is I could have done things where the comments would be a lot less frequent. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, man, floods and stuff like that can still have an impact, and it's just so RNG based that, you know what, even though it does add in a lot of excitement that we're going to kind of miss here in the late game, at least this is going to be a more accurate representation of who is the best civ. So who are the final 4 civs? We have Lady 6 Guy, we have Triu, we have Lautaro, and we have Simón Bolívar. As we mentioned before, Lady 6 Guy was the winner of our fake test pseudo finals, so because of that, she's the only one that gets to use the color blue. The other thing, and I was actually looking into star bias a little more, and I don't think I ever paid attention to the star bias of Lady 6 Guy and Triu, but I think I'm starting to realize why these two are so good. So both of them have super high start bias for various things. Lady 6 Guy doesn't necessarily have terrain. Well, she has some terrain, but she also has a lot of luxury resources. And then Triu has like a tier 1, like super high level start bias when it comes to like forests or rainforests and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, the more I was thinking about it, the fact that they have such high start bias means that they're probably going to end up getting to put their cities down first. That's just, I think, how the AI works. And it's still not 100%, but my assumption is whoever has the highest start bias, you know, is going to go first. They're going to put their city wherever is most adequate or most appropriate for their bias, and then it's going to go down the list. And so because of that, these girls should always have one of the best locations for their cities, or at least they will always have the most ideal condition for their city based on whatever that current map is. Now, obviously, if Triu spawns on a map with no rainforest and stuff like that, you know, it's not going to be as useful, but the odds of that happening are pretty rare. So I'm thinking that's part of the reason why these two are going to always be pretty dang good. It's just because their start bias are so dang good. Now, Lautaro and Simón, neither of them actually have any start bias, so they're going to end up wherever else. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say Lady 6 Guy and Triu are going to be the two competing here for the finals, but we'll see. We got 3 whole games to get through before we actually figure out who's the winner. If you missed the last couple episodes, essentially what we're doing is we're doing 3 rounds, 315 turns each round, and then we're going to add up the scores after all 3 rounds, and whoever has the most combined score will be our official winner for 2021 / January 2022. Now, if someone ends up going and winning a diplomacy victory or something like that, they'll get a bonus 300 points to their final score. So with that, let's go ahead and start the game, and I will be back in like probably an hour in my time when I can actually get a map that works. But anyways, till then. All right, I think we're gonna live with this map. It's been hard because they keep putting locations in for like the player, and so it seems like everyone, or at least every match, there's like someone that ends up with a little bit too much space. Now this one's a little weird because like I almost restarted because Vietnam seems to have a lot of territory over here on the west, but I think that's gonna be okay because I think Lady 6 Guy is gonna end up cutting her off and like kind of cutting and getting some of the stuff here north and then south as well. So I don't think it's gonna be as bad as it looks. The other thing to keep in mind is Simón, Gran Colombia also has a ton of room here to the north, and Mapuche has a lot of room over here on the east. So I think this is going to be maybe the best one that we're going to see here for a little bit. So I think we're going to be okay with this one. So if you ended up missing the last round, or essentially the basic fake game of the finals, you might be wondering what the heck actually happened and why we were turning off Apocalypse mode. So Apocalypse mode, the like final Apocalypse mode, I forgot what it's actually called, ended up occurring at like turn 1 115, 120 or something like that. And so we ended up having like over 100 plus turns of like comets falling from the sky. Now, maybe it wasn't 100 something. It might have been like 175, somewhere in there. But we had like over 100 turns of like comets falling. And it just got absolutely ridiculous because like so many of the cities were just destroyed by the end of the game, And it was just kind of like, yeah, this isn't really a great way to actually see who's the winner, which admittedly, I do love apocalypse mode, but you know, and I actually, the more I was thinking about this, I think the finals last year, we did the same thing where we had apocalypse mode going for most of the game. But then when it got to the finals, we're like, yeah, we should probably turn it off because it gets a little stupid. So I think there is precedent for this for our current series. So anyways, the other thing to keep in mind here, I mentioned Vietnam might have a lot of room. We've seen that people that spawn with a lot of room have not been doing all that hot recently. It almost seems like the people that kind of get a little more compressed have been doing a little better. I don't entirely know the reasoning behind that, but you know, I don't even really have any good speculations for that. So I imagine once again, we're probably going to end up seeing a Mapuche Simón war here fairly early on. But then we also at least this time have Vietnam and Lay 6 guy right on top of each other. So we will potentially see a war there. No walls popping out yet. Let's see, we got 4 cities. We did get 3 cities everywhere, right? We should have. Yeah, I mean, everyone's at like 4 or 5 now at this point, so we definitely had enough cities by that point. So Bologna got suzerained by Lay 6 guy, and she's moving those troops south. I don't know if she's going to use those for a war. Also, I want to see, nope, she's the only one that influenced it. Interesting. Especially with my Thou that actually just got thrown down right there. I would not be shocked if Lay 6 guy just immediately declares war here. Nope, that's barbarians. Those are barbarians. Nope, still going against the barbarians. Okay. I saw the fighting. I got really excited there for a second. No real barbarians do anything else. Do we have sound? Is my sound on? It's really quiet, and I have to turn it way down for you guys because it's so annoying. There's like 2 or 3 tracks that are in the game that just always get like flagged by the hive mind of Google, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so annoying. So you're moving through Vietnam space, but I don't think you're still at war with them. It doesn't appear to be. Yeah, I think you're still moving through for the quote-unquote barbarian. Now, did everyone get a golden age this time, or do we see some dark ages? Nope, everyone got a golden age. It was such a weird map last time. Match in the fake finals because we actually had 2 civs end up in a dark age in the first arrow, which never happens with the deity, like so rarely. Like literally, I think maybe only the second time we've seen it in this AI championship series, which has been now going on since what, like September, October. So it has been a long time, and there's been very few. So a little crazy on that point. Barbarian's still down here, which is unfortunately for Mapuche, utilizing most of his troops right now. So he's a little on the weak side. In fact, everyone's pretty weak here except the girls over here on the west side. Vietnam's doing pretty good. Lay 6 guy's doing okay when it comes to it. As for tech and stuff like that, Simón is rolling, dude. He's doubling everyone's tech, which is a little more typical Simón. I imagine he's probably in first place at this point. No, he's in second. Wonder-wise, let's see, 2 and 1 and 1. Okay, so still not a lot of wonders. The religions, 1 of 3 is done, and that's the Mayans. Did they? Yeah, they got Stonehenge again in this game, so she is just like marching around right now. Lay 6 guy is just like right on the borders of Vietnam. I imagine, well, the thing is Vietnam has more combat strength. Like, look at that, 493 to 286. So actually, I don't think Maya would declare war then at that point. Generally, the AI won't declare war if you are like somewhat close. Okay, so Simón is now immediately going for Mapuche. Now, good thing for Mapuche is he actually has a galley in the city, which is one of the strongest, if not the strongest unit to actually garrison inside a city. In addition to that, you can actually put an archer in there as well now because you have the galley providing the melee defense strength. So galley, 100%, so good at like defending. And yeah, dude, look at Simón. His troops just melted in front of that. And now he has a bombard, which admittedly does shoot range, but yeah. All right, so he's actually going forward now, and he might be able to put some pressure. The men-at-arms over here and the horsemen, if they were in that attack, might have changed the outcome, but he's gonna need to use those in defense here pretty quickly, or things are gonna go pretty badly. Looks like Vatican City is now being warred for by Vietnam, although Lay 6 guy has her troops right there. She's not too happy about that. Nope. Okay, Mapuche ended up pulling back, so he decided not to push forward, which admittedly is probably not the worst thing in the world right now. I don't know. He probably could take Sincia. He wouldn't be able to hold it, though. That's the one thing. If anything, he needs to start throwing some cities down here. I think he should be able to settle at least one here. What I would probably do is I'd probably settle here. And then maybe get one here, because then this one would be a lot more likely to not flip. Magdalena River. Okay, interesting. Vatican City did get conquered by Vietnam. She's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities right now. Dude, that's crazy. And the big thing about that is that actually does cut off Maya. She's at 3, 4, 5, 6. Then let's see, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So yeah, everyone's at 6 except Vietnam, that's at 8, which is a little insane. And the funny thing about that is, you know, we're like, oh yeah, Maya's going to be fine. They got plenty of room. And then Vietnam goes and cuts them off. And it's like, well, all right. Remember, it's best of 3. So, you know, one bad match isn't the end of the world. Although you don't want to be like super bad. You don't want to be like Simón from last game. Bad. I do love how she gets the advantage of being the only blue one. And, you know, the first spawn locations. And she still gets maybe the worst spot. So Umexel ended up flipping. Is she the only Dark Age? No, Lautaro also got a Dark Age. Both should flip. You know, I say that. You say you're flipping right back to him. Yeah, I think you're gonna get it back, and I think she should get her city back as well. I don't think Vietnam has enough pressure. It's close, but I think she has enough to actually flip it back. That's a big city, dude. Size 9 flippage. Wow, yeah, that's unusual that that one of all cities flipped. Probably because that's about the only one that actually has like maybe enemy pressure on it. So that might be the only reason. But if she lost that, oh, that would be catastrophic at this point in the game. To lose, like, because that was, what, her 3rd city? Nah, that had to be her 4th. Because it had to be, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Or 1, 2, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. It couldn't have been, because the AI always goes back. They never go forward with their cities. Unless, of course, they're on, like, a coast and they have no other direction. But they always go one direction with one and then the other direction with the other. Which, it's programmed into the AI. Not entirely sure how it is. Never figured that out. Not like I'm a programmer anyways, so, you know. But still, it's one of those things that we've seen the AI do over and over and over again, so we can pretty much guarantee that it's programmed for them to do it. Simón's doing really good right now. So he's up to 3, 6, 7 cities, but he has like all of this now just locked down. And Hunza was a city-state, was it not? Pretty sure Hunza was a city-state at one point. Yeah, it has to be a city-state. Yeah, that's not a Spanish town anyways. Hunza, because Hunza sounds German. Where is Hunza? Hunza in Asia. Okay, never mind. Hunza Valley. Interesting. Northern part of region of Pakistan. Interesting. But that's the Hunza River, or Hunza Valley. I don't know if that's actually like a city named Hunza. Let's actually go city. Hunza City. Hunza Valley. State capital of the town is Hunza City. You know, what probably was the case is there was probably a city back in Elden days. In the old era, the olden times. But anyways, Vietnam and Lay 6 guy are now at war with each other. Vietnam has the current troop advantage. She also is rolling around with knights, but we do have crossbows here for Lay 6 guys. So as long as she keeps popping out the units, she should be safe. Like, she won't end up getting her towns taken. Vietnam being really aggressive with that city location, which is going to come back and bite her eventually. I think that one's going to end up flipping. Like, the thing is, Maya got a Dark Age here, but there's no way Maya's going to end up getting a Dark Age, I think, again. I would imagine they're going to end up getting a Golden Age out of this Dark Age. Generally, the AI is pretty good at that. If they get a Dark Age 2nd era, 3rd era, getting a Golden Age. Unless, of course, you're Colombia from the last game. Gran Colombia, sorry. Different saves. Got quite a few wonders down here from Mapuche. I wonder what the score's looking like. Lautaro's in last place. Interesting. The walls came up here, by the way, so Maya's attack is basically inept at this point, so there's no way they're going to be able to end up grabbing it. So let's see, Lautaro's at 30, so 2, Simón's at 2, Lay 6 guy's at 4, and then Batru's at 2. So Lay 6 guy's popping out the wonders, but she's still in 2nd place, which I have to say, empire size, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Lay 6 guy just passed her. She just passed her. So even though she has a slightly smaller empire size, but the thing is, empire size now is going to be significantly different than in-game empire size. Like, Vietnam's empire size is probably going to be at least double of what it is right now. It's at, what, 209? I guarantee you it's going to be closer to 400 when she, like, gets fully operational over here. So, Maya's going to have to do a little bit of work to catch back up. I don't know if she can settle up here. If she could get a city up there, that'd be really great. But the other thing to keep in mind is I do think Rachia is going to end up flipping to her. And I would not be shocked if Vatican at some point ends up flipping as well, but we'll see. We'll see how the Dark Ages end up working out. Really no wars here, although it looks like Arthur and Man-at-Arms are going here for Santa Marta, but yeah, Arthur pulled back because those walls went up. So everyone's getting walls now at this point, so we're not going to see too many successful wars. Yeah, there go Vietnam with the Dark Age. And Rachijia is going to immediately flip over to Lay 6 guy, I think. Yep. Yeah, so the 2 Dark Ages got Golden Ages and the 2 Golden Ages got Dark Ages. So Angostura is going to end up going right back to Simón. So not that big of a deal. And here, the thing is, Mapuche isn't really close enough to put too much loyalty pressure. Same thing here. Maya isn't really close enough to put too much loyalty pressure, except for Vatican. Vatican is flipping. Interesting. But I imagine Vatican could be stopped with a governor. Almost. Basically, it could, though. Once Rachijia flips, my Thao is not going to end up flipping, though, because it's not flipping right now with the free cities, then it won't flip. Keep in mind, if you've not been watching, if you're just tuning in for the finals and you missed most of the other episodes, what you might not know is we do have Dramatic Age on, but I toned the crap down on Dramatic Age. So the deity is not facing quite as bad of free city pressure as it normally does. I think it's about equivalent to like settler difficulty or something along those lines, at least for the player. So essentially the game is a little less punishing right now when they get the Dramatic Ages. Essentially, we wanted the Dramatic Age because I like the city flipping. You know, I liked somewhat of the punishment, but at the same point, I didn't want to see every city just immediately flip. All right, so Vatican, she did not end up putting a governor in there, which is very unfortunate. Now she's going to lose Vatican, and that one's actually going to go over to Maya. And now Maya's kind of doing exactly what she needed to do. So that empire size is getting down quite a bit. And it's 229. So she's still growing. She did get a new town. So we figured this out. Empire, I think, is 2 per district, 1 per pop. And what was the other one? There were 3 things that actually go into the empire size. Districts, population, and it wasn't tiles. At one point, I thought it was tiles. Empire, score, Civ 6. Let's look this up again. Score, victory. Okay, Empire is 5 per city, 1 per pop, 3 per district. Oh, I've been way off on that. 3 per district, 1 per pop, and then 5 per city. I forget that's 5 per city. Now, keep in mind, theoretically, when it says per district, it should also be counting the city center, because that does count as the district. So, for example, Vatican City should have been worth 7, 14, 21, plus 5 would be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So that should have been 35 points right there for Vatican City. So Maya is now way back in first place, which is where she was at the end of the last game. Dude, she's looking really good. Vietnam was super impressive, and I really was on Vietnam's bandwagon as like, okay, she's going to be winning it all, but I don't know, dude. And also, I still really do believe in Simón as well. I think Simón is one of the best AIs, but I don't know. He just doesn't seem to be quite as good against these 4, and I'm wondering how much of this start bias is really playing into this. I don't know. Simón's not really having too many successful wars. He has 6 military right now. Oof, that's bad. And actually, yeah, I was going to say, he's about to get invaded by Lay 6 guy. And yep, there you go. There you go. Now, he does have walls. But battering ram plus Hercules, actually not as good as it looked. Should have been, or I thought it would be. Yeah, that he really didn't do that much damage to those walls with that battering ram. Oh, you know why? Because these are not medieval walls. Or ancient walls. Nope, they're medieval walls, so the battering ram's worthless. That explains it. That explains it. And unfortunately, her bombard is now focused on the encampment, so it's not really going to accomplish much. So I think that's a failed war, probably. But good location for the encampment, though. So we have University of St. Cloud there. Do we have a Petra? Temple of Artemis? No, statue of Zeus there. Not seeing one. Big Ben already. Dang, dude. Dang, what's your science? 220. Huh. 248 for Lay 6 guy. And what's crazy is Lautaro or Simón was crazy strong there for a while with science, and then he just kind of curved off again. Yeah, I don't know. He seems to be hitting those middle ages and just dying. Maybe it was just that dark age just really is killing him. He also has Mount Rama. So, you know, that's a really huge bonus. He ended up getting another Dark Age. Unfortunate for him. Lay 6 guy got a Golden Age again, but everyone else got Dark Ages. Okay, so Lay 6 guy is just cruising right now. Is Quang Tri gonna go to Vietnam? No, I think that's gonna end up going to Lay 6 guy. I do. Lafkin is gonna end up flipping back, so he will get his town back there. But Guangzhou is not the worst town to end up losing here, because what's that? 5 plus 5, 10, 15. So it's 20, 3, 6, 9, 29. Yeah, still decent amount of points, but not into the world here. We gotta wrap this episode up. Yeah, here probably in a minute. You know, without apocalypse mode, the game's also going to go a lot quicker, because how much freaking time is spent on like comets, and I feel like we had comets already at this point in the game last time. There's no climate change, so I actually don't even know. Actually, no, we're still in tier 1. Oh yeah, but it's different. It's not as, I think, right? It's easier in apocalypse mode to get to tier 7. I think. I don't know. It's been a while. Wait, what? Hold up. HBO's first grade show. Wait, what? Hold up. Sorry. Fraggle Rock appeared 39 years ago. Oh, okay. I was like, which I never liked Fraggle Rock. I think that was more of an Emily thing, but I was like, wait, HBO's first grade show. I thought they were talking about something new, like Euphoria just came out and had like record numbers and stuff like that. Although we didn't watch season 2 yet, or the first episode. And I was just like, wait, there's been a lot of great shows. So what just came out that is like that amazing? Okay, are we gonna put a pause here? How many turns do we have left? 30 turns. Yeah, I think we're gonna put a pause here. Next episode might be a little longer, but this will be a good test for us. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game, comment, share your support. We got another 5 episodes, and then we're gonna have a winner. So until then, guys, bye everyone.